Welcome everybody to the FIFA 14 Xbox One Hunger Games, and we have our remaining tributes listed here above. Now, you saw from the first four that were on the screen that I got to show you there in the little music section. Those were the four that have been eliminated from the Hunger Games. If you have not gotten a chance to see these and you don't know exactly what's going on here, I'm going to have a playlist in the description down below. Now, you guys voted for Nani to be the person who get the care package in this episode, so he's going to be getting the plus 10 attribute cards. On top of that, we take the lowest rated player from the last game, which was Radu, and he's going to be getting plus 10 attributes as well. Before we get started here today, if you guys want to get some FIFA 14 Ultimate Team coins, check out buycheapfifacoins.com. They are a very reliable service. I will have a Google link in the description below that you can click on. Let them know I sent you there. Go ahead, definitely check that out. So anyway, with the Hunger Games, we have been doing a ton of winning. I gotta get my team a little bit of fitness here. We're gonna go into a match. We do online single matches for the most part, just because I can go in there and I don't have to worry about tournaments and playing in a gold tournament with a bunch of bronze players. As you do know, when a tribute gets eliminated, we do put a bronze player in their place, and we're gonna try to make it to where at the end, there's only one player remaining, and you have a chance to win that one player plus 50,000 coins, because it's gonna be a giveaway. So we go up against this player here, and hopefully it's going to turn out in our interest, but we also kind of want to lose so people can start getting eliminated, don't you think? Taking a look at his team, though, we saw that it was a nice little non-rare Brazilian team, and coming into this match I was a little confident just because I did so well in the last one, although he started out pretty strong with his attack, and because my chemistry is so low on this team, I usually find that it's really hard to defend. He gets a nice little over-the-top ball here and a cross that comes in. It kind of scares me a little bit, but luckily for me, I was able to get a clearance with a header there, and then I do the freaking bicycle kick clearance, which I don't even understand why that happens. I think I'm pressing something, and I get a wide open over-the-top ball right here. Goes to Ibe, I believe is how you're going to say his name. I decided to go in for a cross. Unfortunately, though, this cross was way out of control. He is a bronze player. I should have probably known. I probably should have slowed it down a bit. We get Obeings there, and he breaks open with a run up the right side of the field, and he does a cross himself. This is what I try to do a lot with this team, mostly for the fact that because they are terrible in chemistry and it's really hard to get anything going with the attack, that's probably like all I can do. So you can't judge me. I get another nice shot on goal. I thought here, actually not. Now that I take a look and think back on that, that was a terrible shot on goal. And he gets one opportunity here with a corner. I pull my keeper out, which is something that I've decided to start doing here now. It seems as though it's really easy for people in this game to score corners on you, and if you pull the keeper, it makes it a lot harder, although sometimes it can really mess you up. We get a awesome attempt right here. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to finish it, but we get a Barbo, and Ibarbo just turns it on my god. So once again, we are starting the match with the Hunger Games team who has terrible chemistry and a bunch of bronze players, people from all different nations competing to win the Hunger Games, and we are still winning. This is something that I just don't quite understand with this game just yet. That was a beautiful goal, at least I believe so. Even though the keeper was nowhere near being able to save it, it was still a good shot there. And he gets Allen right here, who happens to get wide open. I really thought that that guy was going to be off, and if he wasn't off, I thought it was actually going to be touched by the guy that was running forward. That always seems to happen to me, but it didn't for him. He gets another opportunity right here to break free. I do some terrible defending. I try to clear it even though I was not set or positioned to clear it, and it ends up giving him a chance to possibly score a goal right here. Thankful for me, Blackman does a deflection there, but unfortunately he was able to pick up that deflection and he scored another goal. So at this point, we're looking pretty even in the half. We're 50-50 in possession, and our shots on goal are around the same. But you would think at some point he's going to be able to turn it on. Radu, for me, does some amazing defense right there. Gets the ball and clears it out, and he is not able to score that goal. Unfortunately for him, I get a cross for a header with Obeing, who you would not think would be able to beat out a gold player for a header, but fortunately for me, he did. And so I bring the game to where we are possibly going to end in a draw, although whenever I'm playing these matches, they're single matches, so most of the times I would hope it would be really bad if I actually played one of these players and they wanted to end in a draw. I'm going to show you a few attacks that happened in extra time. There was not a whole lot that went on. He dominated me a lot in the first half of the extra time. He should have definitely scored a goal right there. I got really lucky. Was able to clear that with Benicia. But going into the second part, nothing could happen, and the only interesting part that happened is that Mario Gomez got a yellow card. Now, at first I was like, how on earth could that even possibly be a yellow card? And then I watched the replay, and yes, I did some dirty tackling right there. Oopsie. So we go into the penalty shootout. I start out really strong. I score my very first penalty by doing the one where you kind of like hold the stick and you shoot up the middle. Can't really stop that. He totally shanks this penalty, and I'm thinking, well, most times more than none, I'm going to win if that happens. He tries to stay in the middle because he thinks I'm going to go in the middle this time, and then he shanks another penalty. This guy needs to learn how to take penalties. That was totally awesome. All I have to do is block this one, and I do. I stay up the middle. He doesn't make one penalty shot, and I win the game. So looking at these stats for our gold cards that we care about, 6.9 for Gomez, 7.2 for Ibarbo. We have 7.2 for Nani, 6.9 for Sergio Busquets, Radu 7.1, Benatia 6.8, David Luiz 6.6, and the others don't matter because they're bronze cards and they've already replaced our tributes. So going here, we are winning a lot with this team, which means nobody's getting eliminated, which makes me think that I'm going to do 2 games in one episode. If you guys think that's a good idea, let me know in the description down below. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of the Hunger Games. If you did like it, please hit that thumbs up button. If you can help me get this to say 500 likes, we'll go ahead and we'll put another episode out. Thanks for watching this one though. Happy Hunger Games, and will the odds be ever in these players' favor?